Calvin Castine at Beekmantown Central School. It's the 26th day of September 2006. It's a Tuesday afternoon, and we're here for CVAC Varsity Gymnastics. The Ticonderoga Sentinels and the home team, the Beekmantown Central School Eagles, are right here, right now on Hometown Cable.
Today, the Beekmantown High School Gymnastics team hosts Ticonderoga. Beekmantown is coached by Jennifer Duffy and Shanna Heileman. Beekmantown's captain is Tiffany Rio. Ticonderoga is coached by Dee Hughes and Diane Richard. Their captains are Amanda Patel, Ashley Carlton, and Janine West. Today's meet is judged by Laura Windsor-Irwin and Kim Down. For the safety of the gymnasts, flash photography and noisemakers are not permitted during competition. We also ask that you turn off all cell phones for the duration of the meet. Please rise for the national anthem, which will be sung by Nicole LaForest.
Up first will be Ticonderoga on the uneven bars. They have vaulting going on. We're going to break whenever we see a vaulter head down toward the vault. This is Ashley Charlton for Ticonderoga. First vaulter for Beekmantown will be Brittany Dajnow. And here comes Dajnow. And a nice vault. There's Dajnaw's second vault. Caroline Landry will be next for Beekmantown, and waiting to get on the beam is Sammy Plood for Ticonderoga. There's Plood. We'll keep an eye out for Landry. Landry is about to come. She is making her way down. A successful vault and a dismount. The first two on the bars will probably have shorter routines. They are exhibition only. Looks like it's pretty much the same for both schools. Then the next six, the final six, will be qualifiers. We have our first qualifier set to go for tie. In the meantime, here's the second vault for Caroline Landry. All the vaulters from this point on for Beekmantown will be counting in the competition. Emily Palmer up for Ticonderoga. And just in the background, the vaulter. That vaulter was Kristen Noonan for Beekmantown. Hometown Cable at Beekmantown. This is viewer-supported local television. If you appreciate this coverage, we'd appreciate your support. It's all voluntary, and to be quite honest, we don't get much support from Beekmantown. So that's the Kristen Noonan vaults, and Emily Palmer just finishing up on the bars. Next up will be Jamie Patchett for Ticonderoga. And coming down the road in a hurry here, it should be Tiffany Rayel. Rayel for Beekmantown. When we look at the uneven bars, we have to put our backlight feature on, and if we put that on for the vaulters, we kind of wipe them out with too much light. So we're constantly adjusting our camera. Here's Rayel's second vault. And Patchett is waiting the judge. The judge will give her the signal when she's ready. Looks like she is ready. And Jamie Patchett on the uneven bars for Ticonderoga. We have a vaulter set to go for the Eagles, and that'll be Chastity Barcombe. There's Patchett for Ticonderoga. Next for Ty will be Michaela Jebb. Again, we got to add a little light to the picture here because of the light coming through the window. And there's our next vaulter for Beekmantown. Is that still Barcombe? I think that's still Barcombe, huh? Yeah, Chastity Barcombe. That was her second vault. Nicole LaForest will be next on the vault. The vault moves a little faster than the uneven bars. A lot more to look for the judge in the uneven bars. And it looks like they're both set to go at the same time here. So we'll watch Jeb for the moment. And we'll break away for the vault. And here comes the second vault for Nicole LaForest. Morgan Jordan will be up next on the bars for Ticonderoga, and Stephanie Dajna will be the vaulter for the Eagles. I'm not sure yet at this point whether we're going to send a copy of this to Ticonderoga. Chances are we will. We've got a backlog of stuff to send them. And she's got her ankle braced up, and she looks like she is favoring her right ankle at the moment. There's Morgan Jordan. Whoa. All right, Morgan Jordan. And we have Stephanie Dajna set for her second to vault. Ticonderoga is not saving the best for last because there will be one more after this girl here. Her name is Janine Best. So they could save the best for last, but they're not. She's next to the last. And Meredith Grattan will be going for the Eagles on the vault as soon as she gets the signal. And not yet. There we go. There's the signal. This is the last vaulter. She is first of two vaults. This is the last Beekmantown vaulter. She'll have one more vault. And now here's Best. Best. And the last one on the bars will be Amanda Boutel. And here's the last vault for the Eagles. That's Meredith Grattan. Now Beekmantown is done with the vaulting. And moving right along, we've got the last one on even bars coming up. That finishes the Ticonderoga on even bars. And now they'll switch venues and be right back. Ty will start things off in this next round here with a, whoa, look out. Look out. That apparently was a practice. I'm not sure what's happening here. If this is practice, they're still practicing. What we saw was a practice. Saying, come on, Brittany. Brittany McKinstry is supposed to be up first here, so we're assuming that Beekmantown is starting the uneven bars. And this is McKinstry. And Ty is still practicing on the vault. So that mishap we almost saw was only a practice mishap. It wasn't a real mishap. So that's Brittany McKinstry for Beekmantown. Next up for the Eagles. And I'm not sure if she's just practicing or if this is Kristen Noonan. I don't. I'm not sure if this is Noonan or just a practice, so worst thing that can happen is we get a practice in. Meanwhile, they're still practicing on the vault. More than ever, I think this is just a practice because she's been up and down several times. So we'll wait till the next person gets up there, which should be Kristen Noonan. All right. I'm hearing "Come on, Kristen," so this is, in all probability, Kristen Noonan. Yep. All right, the next 6 will be competitors. All right, I think Brittany Dajna snuck up there on me. We're daydreaming here, waiting for Ty to finish practicing their vaulting. And we look, and all of a sudden there's somebody up there. And the team is actually cheering for her. Earlier, Riel was practicing. And as I said, we looked away, and next thing we know, Brittany Dajna was up there. So that was Brittany Dajna, and that was the first one for the uneven bars for Beekmantown. I have our first vaulter. This should be Eileen Granger for Ty. So unless I missed a vault or two, that should be Eileen Granger. And apparently that was her second vault, because we have a new vaulter coming up. So all this practicing messes me up. Got 2 sites to keep track of. So now we hear "Come on, Molly." This will be Molly Gin, or Gin, Ginn. Gin or Gin. That's her first. And coming up here is Chastity Barcombe for Beekmantown. Barcombe is coming up. Gin is awaiting word to take off. Whoops. There's Gin's second vault. And here's Barcombe on the bars. Chastity Barcombe. Next vaulter for Ty. That's Chelsea Budwick. And whoop, no, this is a practice here. This is a practice. Riel is next. And she's still powdering her fingers. I've never asked, but I assume that's something similar to talcum powder. They can really get a real burn on your hands if your hands start slipping. There's Budwig on those, spinning your hands with all your weight on those bars. You could get a real burn if your hand isn't well powdered. Well, Tiffany Riel is awaiting the signal. She gets it. And Emily Palmer will be our next vaulter for Ticonderoga. Meanwhile, there's Tiffany Riel. Finishes just in time for Palmer to make her first vault. And again, we apologize to Eileen Granger, whose first vault we missed. Next up for Beekmantown will be Stephanie Dajna and Michaela Jebb for Ticonderoga. Looks like Jebb is ready. saying Emily, so that's Emily Palmer. Palmer's second vault. I guess I lost track there. That's Palmer. Jeb will be next. And there's Michaela. And starting here is Stephanie Dajna. That was Michaela Jeb's first vault. There's Dajna on the bars. The usual procedure is to place them in ascending order and how the coach feels they might score. So usually the one that's liable to get the highest score is the last one in a particular event. In the background you saw the final vault for Jeb. It would have zoomed in, but Dajna was right in the middle of a couple of flips there. Next will be Nicole LaForest for Beekmantown, and Morgan Jordan will do her first vault for Ty. All right, that was Stephanie Dajna. This is Jordan. Stephanie Dajna was the last one on the bars. This is Nicole LaForest. And I have another vault for Jeb, for Jordan coming up. Here comes Jordan's second vault. And she's successful. And here's Nicole LaForest. Have it, Nicole LaForest. And last on the bars will be Meredith Grattan for Beekmantown. Amanda Butel is next for Ty. There's Butel's second vault. So we've got Best, Janine Best. She'll be the last this time for Ty. And right here for Beekmantown is Meredith Grattan. We'll see Best in the background. Their vault. Meanwhile, Grattan finishes up her time on the bars. Looks like she passed her bar exam. And all we've got left for this segment is Janine Best with her final vault. And it's a nice one. And that'll wrap up this phase. We are about halfway done. We've got the the balance beam and the floor routine coming up next. And normally we concentrate on the floor routine. We'll try to figure out what we're going to do here today. We have relocated. Ty will be doing the floor routine first. and Beekmantown will be on the balance beam. We'll probably not have the luck that we had with the vaulters, because these routines will both be a little longer individually. And looks like we're ready to start on the floor. We have music. This is Ashley Charlton. And the first one on the beam will be Beth Trombley for the Eagles. As much as possible, we'll try to cover the floor routine, because there's usually a lot more going on the floor routine, but particularly with Beth Trombley, I'm not sure if she's in any of the other events here, so we want to make sure to get her. We hear music, but not sure if it's the music that the girl Charlton wants for her routine. All right, looks like Beth Trombley is about to get on the beam. In the meantime, we'll have a floor routine starting at the other end with Ashley Charlton. We'll keep Charlton in the background. And when Trombley finishes, we'll zoom in on Charlton. Trombley. And that was Shelton's routine. Next on the beam will be Brittany McKinstry. That's Brielle practicing right now. McKinstry will be next on the beam for Beekmantown, and on the floor will be Chelsea Budwick for Ticonderoga. Okay, here is McKinstry, Brittany McKinstry. And Chelsea Budwick in the background. McKinstry's done. Here's Budwick. supported local television. We appreciate this coverage. We'd like to hear from you. Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road in Champlain, 12919. And we need your support to keep this programming coming. So let's hear from you. Let us know that you appreciate Hometown Cable. That was Chelsea Budwick. Next up on the beam is Brittany Dajna, and Amanda Charlton will be on the floor, not to be confused with Ashley Charlton, who started the floor routine for Ty. Amanda Charlton will be next. Here's Dajna. This is Brittany Dajna, not to be confused with Stephanie Dajna. And the floor routine will be starting. So once again, we'll keep Charlton in the background while we keep Dajna on the foreground. There was Amanda Charlton for Ticonderoga. Chastity Barcombe will beam herself up. And next on the floor will be Eileen Granger. Or Aileen. Or Eileen. This is Chastity Barcombe. Granger is on the mat, ready to begin her floor. And just in time as Barcombe finishes up hers. Eileen Granger for Ticonderoga. Now we have Tiffany Real onto the beam. And next on the floor will be Jamie Patchett. Dismount for Real, and we're on to Patchett. There's Jamie Patchett from Ticonderoga. She threw her arms in the air, I guess. Now we have Stephanie Dajna for Beekmantown. And the judge says, get up there. And next on the floor will be Michaela Jebb for Ticonderoga. Here's Stephanie Dajna. Nice, Tom. Now, Michaela Jebb awaiting the word from the judge. Forrest is about to get on the beam. Jebb is finished. Here's the Forrest. Now we have Morgan and Jordan starting on the floor. And LaForest finishes up. Here's Jordan. For Beekmantown. Stratton. That's the end of the beamers for Beekmantown. And the last one on the floor is Janine Best for Ticonderoga. Of course, we have another complete round coming up here. The schools alternating. Best for Ty. Coming up next, Ty on the beam and Beekmantown on the floor to wrap it up. Looks like the floor routine will start before the beams, but just a little bit. Brittany McKinstry is on the floor, and actually the beam will start first because Chelsea Budwick's up there. So they're rewinding McKinstry's music. Obviously it's on a tape, not on a CD. Chelsea Budwick. Ticonderoga at Beekmantown. CVAC Varsity Gymnastics. September 26, 2006. This is just a practice going on the beam. The judge, as you see, is not even looking at her. She's still busy scoring Budwick. Next on the beam will be Jamie Patchett, and on the floor will be Leah Reed Brayette. Patchett is waiting the word. She's got the word. Meanwhile, we have Leah Reed Brayette on the floor. I think this is the only event that Leah Reed Brayette is competing in, so we want to make sure we get her. Is dismounted. There's Leah Reed Brayette. There's Leah Reed Brayette. Brittany Dajna will be next on the floor. And coming up to the beam will be Janine Best. There's Best and there's Brittany Dajna. Best is up on the beam. Best is dismounted. And that was Brittany Dajna. Next on the floor will be Stephanie Dajna. And on the beam will be Morgan Jordan. Okay, we got here, this is Jordan going up first here. And on the floor we see Dajna, Stephanie Dajna going out. Jordan's dismount. There's Brayette. Dajna. All right, that was Stephanie Dajna. Next up will be Tiffany Rayel on the floor. And on the beam, it'll be Eileen Granger. This is Eileen Granger with Tiffany Rayel on the floor. Tiffany Rayel. Next on the floor will be Nicole LaForest, and we'll have Ashley Charlton up on the beam. Okay, Charlton's up. This is Ashley Charlton. And on the floor we have Nicole LaForest, not LaFlorist, but LaForest. Like they had the wrong music. Nicole LaForest. And on the beam, this should be Amanda Charlton. And we dismount. Now on the floor we have Chastity Barcombe. Amanda Butel will wrap it up on the beam, and Meredith Gratton will follow Barcombe. This is Chastity Barcombe. Sneaking up there on us was Meredith Gratton. Was Amanda Butel. Butel is on the beam. Barcombe on the floor. This will be the last one on the beam for Ticonderoga. Amanda Butel. And we'll have one more on the floor. Butel's dismount. Meredith Gratton will wrap it up for us here. Should be the closing act. There you have it. Hometown Cable's coverage of CVAC varsity gymnastics on the 26th day of September. This is viewer-supported local television, and we think it's TV worth your support, and we hope you agree with us, and we'll start supporting our ongoing efforts. Hometown Cable.